I know obviously you've got the fight this Saturday with Duplessis, but obviously you've mentioned welterweight in the past as well. Is that something that you can still see yourself going back down to welterweight, or are you looking to just stick within it?
Just focus on this fight, but after that we will see. But we always have some different plans, but we'll see what's going on.
And who do you think is going to win in the fight between Jack Della and Islam?
It's a good fight, but a tough fight. I go a little bit more on Islam.
Khamzat, you walk around calm and collective. What has changed over the last few years of the way you handle yourself, and not so aggressive, but very calm and collective?
When you do the job long time, bro, so you become comfortable, you become calm, bro. So in the beginning, always like too excited, too hype up, so crazy things around happening, That's why, but then you become comfortable with your job, so whatever, just train hard, good confidence, and fight.
UFC star Khamzat Chimaev has weighed in on the recently confirmed Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena fight, and as expected, the outspoken contender didn't hold back. Speaking to reporters, Chimaev questioned the logic behind the matchup, suggesting it doesn't make sense from a rankings perspective. Good fight for the fans, but not for the rankings, Chimaev said. Islam's the champ. He should defend against top contenders. Jack's tough, but I don't see him beating Islam. If they want real competition, I'm right here. The undefeated Chechen Swede also made it clear that he's willing to step in if anything happens to either fighter, adding, "If one pulls out, I'll fly tomorrow. I'm always ready to smash." Meanwhile, featherweight champion Ilia Topuria has made headlines of his own after issuing a bold ultimatum to the UFC. The Spanish-Georgian star demanded that his next title defense be announced immediately, warning the promotion that he won't sit on the sidelines. "I'm not waiting around," Topuria said. "I'm the champion. I decide when and where I fight." With Chimaev calling out Makhachev's choice of opponent and Topuria pressuring the UFC for answers, tensions across multiple divisions are heating up. The road ahead for both champions and potential challengers just got a lot more intriguing.
Who do you think is going to win in the fight between Jack Della and Islam?
It's a good fight, but a tough fight. I go a little bit more on Islam.
The MMA world is buzzing once again. And this time, it's Ilia Topuria who's setting the headlines ablaze. The undefeated featherweight champion, renowned for his precision, power, and unmistakable swagger, has reignited talk of a potential super fight with lightweight king Islam Makhachev. When asked if he still wanted that fight, Topuria's answer was as confident as ever, and his words sent shockwaves through the fight world. "Of course I still want that fight," Topuria declared during a recent media appearance. "I said it before, and I'll say it again. Islam is one of the best in the world right now, and that's exactly why I want him. If you want to be remembered as the greatest, you have to beat the greatest." Fresh off his stunning victory over Alexander Volkanovski earlier this year, Topuria has made it clear that his ambitions extend far beyond the 145-pound division. He's not chasing comfort. He's chasing legacy. "I'm not here to stay safe," he said. "I'm here to test myself. I'm young, I'm hungry, and I believe I can beat anyone. Lightweight, welterweight, it doesn't matter. If it's Islam, let's do it." Never one to shy away from critics, the Spanish-Georgian star also fired back at those who doubt his readiness to move up in weight. "People said I couldn't beat Volk. People said I was too new, too small, too inexperienced. And what happened? I proved them all wrong," Topuria stated confidently. "Islam is strong, no question, but he's never faced someone like me. Fast hands, knockout power, and the mindset of a lion. When I step in that cage, I don't just fight to win, I fight to dominate." With an unblemished record and a highlight reel full of knockouts, Topuria has quickly become one of the UFC's most dangerous and marketable stars. His combination of elite skill and fearlessness has made him a fan favorite, and now he's aiming for the kind of fight that could define an era. As the cameras flashed and the press conference drew to a close, Topuria delivered a final statement that perfectly summed up his mindset. "I'm not chasing names, I'm chasing greatness. And if Islam's in the way, then Islam's next." The UFC has yet to comment on any official talks between the two champions, but with both men expressing interest and fans clamoring for a champion versus champion showdown, the stage could be set for one of the biggest fights in modern MMA. If Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev ever meet inside the Octagon, it won't just be a fight. It'll be a war for legacy.
And I'm doing my thing.
So now that he's no longer in the lightweight title picture, do you still want that fight against Islam, or will it not bother you if you never fight him?
It doesn't bother me if I never fight him. If the UFC wants it, I always gonna accept it. I never choose my opponents. I never say like against him yes and with him no. It's like whoever is in front of me, I don't care. Tell me when, where, and I will be there.
Della Maddalena, who might have ruined those plans a little bit. I mean, I don't imagine you're angry with Jack at all, but do you have any advice for Jack, who might be coming up against Islam Makhachev next?
The advice, like he has to work the straight body shots, because that takes away the intentions of the takedown. If he works with the straight body shots, he's gonna stop his intentions of the takedowns. And he's doing a great job in the striking. I like how he fought.
UFC commentator and podcast icon Joe Rogan has once again set the MMA world abuzz, this time with high praise for Islam Makhachev. Speaking on a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the longtime UFC analyst called the lightweight champion one of the most complete and dangerous fighters walking the planet right now, sparking fresh debate among fans and fighters alike. Rogan, who's witnessed nearly every era of UFC greatness from cage side, broke down why Makhachev has become such a dominant and respected force in the sport. "The thing about Islam," Rogan explained, "is that he's mastered every range of the fight. His wrestling is elite, his grappling is smothering, and now, his striking has become world-class. The way he handled Oliveira, the way he neutralized Volkanovski, that's next-level stuff. He's not just winning fights, he's controlling them." The veteran commentator went on to compare Makhachev's evolution to that of his mentor and close friend Khabib Nurmagomedov, drawing distinctions between the two. "Khabib was the most dominant grappler we've ever seen," Rogan said. "But Islam's got that same foundation, plus the ability to end a fight on the feet. That head kick he landed on Volk, perfect timing, perfect setup. It's scary how good he's become." Rogan also highlighted Makhachev's composure and discipline as key factors behind his success. He's calm, patient, and never out of position. "You can't rattle the guy. Every move is calculated," Rogan noted. "That's the mark of a champion who's in full control of his craft." Closing his remarks, Rogan predicted that if Makhachev continues on his current trajectory, he could cement himself as one of the all-time greats. If he keeps doing what he's doing, Islam could easily become one of the best to ever step into the Octagon. He's already beaten elite names, and he's still getting better. That's what's terrifying. With Joe Rogan's glowing endorsement and Islam Makhachev's reign showing no signs of slowing down, it's becoming increasingly clear. The lightweight division, and perhaps the entire UFC, may be witnessing the rise of another all-time legend.
Makhachev is so good. He's good that he head kicked Alexander Volkanovski in the rematch. He submits everybody. He submitted Dustin Poirier. He's a monster. When he gets guys on the ground, he just crushes them.
Former featherweight champion Alexander the Great Volkanovski has fired back, respectfully, at recent comments from Joe Rogan, who called Islam Makhachev one of the most complete and dangerous fighters on the planet. While Volkanovski agreed with Rogan's assessment of the lightweight champion's skill set, he was quick to remind fans that he's one of the few fighters who has truly tested Makhachev inside the Octagon. Speaking to reporters, Volkanovski offered a composed but confident response that perfectly encapsulated his trademark humility and competitive spirit. "Look, Islam's the real deal, no doubt about it," he said. "Joe's right. He's well-rounded, smart, and dangerous everywhere. But people forget. I went up a weight class, took him on in his backyard, and gave him one of his toughest fights. That says something. Volkanovski was referring to their epic first meeting at UFC 284, when he moved up from featherweight to challenge Makhachev for the lightweight title in Perth, Australia. Despite being the smaller man, Volk pushed Islam to the brink in a 5-round war that many fans still debate to this day. The fight ended in a close decision victory for Makhachev, but Volkanovski's performance earned widespread respect, including from Makhachev himself. The Great went on to say that while he respects Islam's evolution as a fighter, he's never stopped believing that their rivalry isn't finished. "I've got nothing but respect for Islam," he continued. "He's proven he's a great champion, and he's only getting better. But I'm a competitor. That's who I am. If the UFC ever wants that trilogy, I'll be ready. I don't shy away from challenges. I chase them." Volkanovski also emphasized that while his focus remains on reclaiming gold at featherweight, the fire to face Makhachev again still burns strong. "Right now, my goal is to keep proving why I'm one of the best fighters in the world," he said. "But make no mistake, if the opportunity comes, if that call comes from the UFC, I'll take it. I've faced Islam twice and I know what I'm capable of. That story isn't over yet." Known for his relentless pace, technical brilliance, and iron will, Volkanovski remains one of the sport's most respected figures. Whether it's at featherweight or lightweight, the Great continues to prove that greatness isn't defined by titles alone, but by the willingness to face anyone, anywhere, anytime. With Joe Rogan singing Makhachev's praises and Volkanovski subtly keeping the door open for another chapter, the possibility of a third showdown between these two elite champions is one that MMA fans would welcome with open arms. After all, when Volkanovski and Makhachev share the Octagon, greatness is guaranteed.
Do you believe he might be able to stop Islam going up to this weight class?
JDM would stop him. Yeah, I mean, look, JDM's boxing and pressure that he can do, incredible. So I definitely can get a finish.
All right, favorite team?
Islam's great. Him moving up, I still think he's a nightmare for a lot of the people in the division, but I think JDM can do it.
And that wraps up today's update from Octagon HQ, your home for everything MMA. From Joe Rogan's high praise for Islam Makhachev to Alexander Volkanovski's classy but confident response, the rivalry between these two champions is far from over. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment from the fight world.